What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. How y'all feeling today? If you like what it is that I do over here, hit that sub button, hit that hype, and run up them likes. Today we talking about Cash Money No Limit Verzuz just happened in Las Vegas. Before we get to anything, let me just tell y'all about that. First and foremost, I feel like who lost was New Orleans. New Orleans lost. Reason being is because something as historic as that cannot happen in a place other than the city where these groups was built, where these conglomerates was built, where these labels was built. Now, I do understand that shit possibly didn't happen in New Orleans for safety reasons. And, it was Verzuz, it's Complex, it's Verzuz coming back. It's, Complex Con. It's a play and all of that shit, but it's too corporate. It's too corporate. I really needed to see a crowd full of soldier rags and Jabot jeans and motherfucking Reeboks. That's what I wanted to see. You know what I mean? I want to see a bunch of Reebok classics, white tees, soldier rags, and people just going crazy. This is one of my favorite moments from it, though.
Gotta give it to Birdman. He started that stunt shit.
You know I started that stunt shit, nigga.
Well, guess what, nigga? I was uptown too, and I started that what, Cal? It's yours. Huh?
Yeah.
Where y'all at?
I could never turn my back, nigga.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, yo, Bout It is like the down south Benjamins. I don't care where you at, where you from. We all appreciate a record like Bout It. Biggest thing about this whole Verzuz, though, is the conflict that's coming about. Turk versus Cash Money. Now, towards the end of the show, Birdman has some things to say. And let me put my disclaimer out there first and foremost. Y'all want to call me biased by what I'm about to say about Birdman? I don't give a damn. Birdman is one of the realest I ever met in this shit. I say that wholeheartedly. Reason why I say that is because Birdman is a person that when you need help in working in this, he's a person that's going to answer every single time, and he's a man of his word. Disclaimer done. So y'all know that I'm biased towards Birdman. I'm not afraid to say it. But he has some things to say, and it took a little aim at Turk. Let's listen to it.
And we changed the world. Cash money forever, you heard me? Where you at, P? Say what you gotta say. Stunner, what you gotta say.
Hey, man, like, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. Like, when I met Blood, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started this young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little you ain't here, but f you. We gon' f you and we won't f you. You heard me?
Don't go off script.
Hey, we gon' f with that we won't f. But that's another movie. But ain't no, Cash Money. When one died, I ain't gonna say died, cause we lost a lot of soldiers. But Cash Money ain't built on you leave, you can't, we gonna still multiply.
Let's go.
Cash Money ain't gonna never die. As long as I'm alive, hold on, Fresh, wait, Fresh. Long as I'm alive, Cash Money ain't gonna never die. Shout out to my NBA young boy, NBA rich gang. F who don't like it,
all right.
We with all the bull. If you ain't with us, you.
I ain't gonna lie, Birdman wildin'. Nah, he really wildin', man. He really wildin'. But all right, he said what he said about Turk, right? He said what he said about Turk. But here's something that had been brewing for some time now. Now, I'm gonna go into, somewhat of a story regarding Turk. And this is not to down Turk. I'm gonna just tell y'all my honest feelings about what I look at it, the standpoint I look at it from Cash as a fan, because I don't know none of them personally. Only one I really know is Birdman like that, but like from a Cash Money standpoint of being a fan, right? But last year, y'all all know that at the Essence Fest, Turk had some words to say about, the Cash Money reunion. It was the 30th anniversary. And here's a video. This is what he had to say regarding him not being on the stage with them. Wayne actually wasn't there neither, and Wayne did a performance after Birdman and them, which ended up leading to Louisiana Fest. But let's listen to what Turk got to say, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
You niggas want that shit to come together because you niggas fucked up out here. I ain't fucked up out here, nigga. I'm blessed and highly favored. nigga, by God, nigga. Y'all got me fucked up, man, to clear the record on that, man. I say fuck a hot boy to a nigga. And that come from me before I let a nigga disrespect me, homie. Yeah. Nigga, disrespect won't be tolerated. I don't give a fuck who a nigga is. Ain't no big eye, no little use over me, man. BG better sit his motherfucking ass down somewhere, man. That nigga don't run shit around here, not with me. He might run that shit with you niggas, man. He don't run that shit with me, man. He ain't doing nothing but running his motherfucking mouth. For real, dog. Them whack ass raps, man. That shit whack. And I said that, nigga. All you nigga dick riding around here, man. That shit whack. That's why nigga gotta play all these motherfucking games. He trying to get some type of motherfucking.
All right, and this is what BG had to say in response to what Turk said last year after Essence Fest.
It's only one nigga ain't in this bitch, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? He bought that on himself, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? Nigga did a bunch of whole shit, he can't take it back, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you dig? Nigga gotta fault himself for not being here, you heard me? I know there's a lot of people that's gonna be like, oh, well, such and such, and oh, woo. Man, nigga know what he did last summer, you heard me? Nigga know what he did last summer. You hear me? And I'ma just leave it like that. You dig?
Now after this, they were able to rectify their differences and shit, and they did Louisiana Fest. I was hosting Louisiana Fest myself along with my brother Mouse Jones and Lauren LaRosa. We had a great time. For me, one of the best times ever, because this is my first time in my life ever seeing the Hot Boys on stage with one another. This is my high school years, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chopper City came out when I was in high school. All of these bling bling 400 Degrees came out when I was in high school. So seeing this 30 years later, you know what I'm saying, seeing all these records being performed 30-something years later, well, it wasn't 30 years later exactly, but seeing these joints perform, 20-something years later was big for me as a fan coming from New York that loved Cash Money. Now, Turk does respond to Birdman regarding the situation at hand with this specifically at the Verzuz, and he takes a little bit of a mature approach. Let's listen to it.
Man, I didn't think you dissed me or none of that, but you did put a 10 on a 1 with it, you know what I'm saying? You say we with you when we won't. That's all the way wrong. Y'all can't with me when y'all won't. Y'all can with the fans when y'all won't. Cause at the end of the day, y'all not stopping my bag. I can't control what nobody else got going on. So I don't trip about that. You ain't gonna see me going off. Nah. The fans not getting what they supposed to have. If it wasn't for the fans, none of us would be who we is. You put the bag up, but it wouldn't be no situation if it wasn't for us all putting down and doing what we do as a whole. Everybody contributed. I have accepted what it is. When you spoke for y'all.
Now, he made some good points, I ain't gonna lie, because, the fans, the fans want to see y'all together. The fans want to see that unity. The fans want to see it. The fans want to see it. But it makes me wonder at what point, because I don't know the underlining of their problems. I know that Turk went to prison for 10 years. BG went to prison for 10 years. They both came home. I feel like Turk didn't get the embrace that he wanted when he came home. I remember him talking about monies and all types of stuff. Keep in mind, Turk is only on one platinum album from Cash Money as far as being a group member, which is the Hot Boys. It went platinum. That album came out in 1999. This is him still speaking, well, not still speaking, but talking a little bit more about the situation that happened for Verzuz.
I feel like last night, man, the fans lost. A lot of people try to make things be about them. I read when the fans be, man, keep your head up, do this, keep going, we rocking with you, that shit mean a lot to me. I went did almost a decade in the penitentiary. And you know who stood down with me? It was my wife and my fans. People gotta understand, bro, that if people lose, it's the fans, bro. I feel like No Limit came and they did what they needed to do for the fans. And to me, that's why they win. They put their differences to the side for the fans.
Again, he's making great points. I ain't disputing none of that shit. Turk is speaking from a grown man perspective, but Hold on a second. Hold on. There is a moment where he spoke a couple of months ago regarding his differences with Cash Money. And when I watched this, it did make me say, I wonder how I would feel if I was the one putting up the bread behind all of them and he was talking like this. Now, I feel as an artist, you got the right to feel how you supposed to as far as like your confidence. Your confidence is yours. But after things don't go the way everybody expects them to go in business, without the personal aspect in business, there comes to a point of some sort of realization. Let's watch the video and then talk about it.
I'm talking about we gonna take it all the way back. YouTube. Turk face all over. All over. It seemed like to me Turk supposed to be there. Turk ain't get invited. All right, cool. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Essence Fest. Seemed like Turk's supposed to be there. Everybody expecting Turk to come out. It's a surprise guest. Turk wasn't there. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? We get to the Louisiana Fest. Now, at this time, Wayne get tired and Wayne get smart.
Wayne.
Shout out to Weezy, man, cause Weezy say, man, look, man, I ain't about to fuck my name up. So then what I need, we gonna make sure if all the hot boys not there, we ain't going forward with this shit. Wayne was smart. You know what I'm saying? I don't think them niggas be wanting me to be a part of something if they got control of it, B. I'm just saying, Wayne made it to where Turk was there. So that let me know that it ain't Wayne. I don't know who else it is that don't want me there. BG, you don't want me there?
But no. Is it that you don't want to be there because you always giving folks hell all the time, Turk?
Nah, I ain't giving nobody hell because if Wayne can see the bigger picture and say, hey, man, I need Turk there, and everything go all good, the people go crazy. We go on to do 4-5 more shows and they sell out and go crazy. I'm one of the fans' favorites.
Now, again, New Orleans lost in this one. New Orleans lost. And it's not just because of the Cash Money conflict. It's more so, like I said, this should have been in New Orleans. I wanted to see, you know what I mean, them goals with them soldier rags and them white tees and Jabot jeans and Reeboks. But besides the point, the thing that Turk keeps alluding to is, you know, him being the fans' favorite and how everybody loves him. And let's just keep it 1,000, Turk. I myself was a big fan of Turk growing up. You know what I mean? He came out with Young and Thuggin', but Turk never really was the best member of the group. He wasn't the one that considered to be better than Wayne. At one point in time, BG had it. You know what I mean? Juvenile is legendary. I'm gonna keep it 100. I feel like Juvenile don't get the respect that he deserves as a rapper overall. He does get a respect, but I think, you know, people respect him for like having massive hits as opposed to like the shit he was saying on certain records. Now with Turk, I think that, you know, when Turk came home from prison, he just expected things to go a certain way, and people didn't look at him the same way how he looked at them. And that's unfortunate. Let's keep it 1,000. That shit is unfortunate, strictly off the fact that he put in pain for that, you know what I mean? They put in pain for that Cash Money shit. It wouldn't be no opportunity for the Nickies and the Drakes and the Tigers and all of that Young Money shit that came years later if it wasn't for all the work that they put in early in the 90s. Not negating that at all. But I do think that Turk believes he's the main character in the situation, and he's not. I mean, honestly, they could go without doing a Cash Money tour or Hot Boys tour without Turk. Now, is it fair? Nah, life's not fair. But here's something that Birdman said when asked about his relationship with Turk, right? And he says, 1 second. It says, when asked why Turk didn't get the same red carpet treatment as BG following his prison release in 2012, the Cash Money mogul, this is Birdman, he says, to be honest, Turk ain't have a relationship before he went to jail. I ain't have a relationship with Turk, not at all. He says, a lot of niggas do shit, and I ain't forgiving everybody. I'm old school. Old law G code. Now, I don't know what that means exactly. You know know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the person to try to deep dive into New Orleans street politics or New Orleans cash money politics. But I will say, it is unfortunate as a fan to not see Turk go up on that stage along with BJ and even Wayne. I feel like, if Wayne would have been there, it would have been a whole different energy. They brought out No Limit brought out Snoop Dogg. I see Mercedes. She talk about she gonna sue because they ain't let her pull up and do her one song. Crazy shit, right? But again, Turk ain't sell no records. And this is the side of, music business that when it's all said and done, what you determined by. Like all the friendship shit, all the cool shit, all the love shit that's whatever. But did you sell any records? And I think that, regardless, and this is just me looking up from the outside in. When I think of Turk, I'm like, okay, yeah, he could have done some of his parts on his songs, but it's not like they can't do full-on shows without him, his contribution. They could cut him out. I mean, Turk is basically become the Emil of motherfucking Cash Money. Not fair to him, might not be fair to his core fan base, but I don't think that people are saying it can't happen without Turk. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Come home with me. First clip dropping Wednesday. Stay tuned. Love y'all. Peace.